to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. I'm your Tuesday, Thursday show host, Skylar Angus Barker. We've got a great show coming up with some information about Dr. Francis Karn's report reflecting on support from Mississippi Association for Gifted Children, and Zeke Gray talking about the rising prices on essential electronics. Don't touch that dial because Dani, Snell, and Dr. Fortenberry from Southern Pines will share some things that you don't want to miss.
Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277. And the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
People do it everywhere.
In the kitchen,
in the bedroom.
Yes, even the park.
When it comes to your health,
there is no wrong place or time
to get an HIV test.
Knowing your HIV status allows you to live your life
and stay healthy.
So pick a spot.
Make HIV testing a part of your routine.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. You'll be glad you did.
I'm Jamie Presley.
I'm Jay Ellis.
I'm Ray Santiago. I'm Terrence J.
And I'm acting
against AIDS.
Visit cdc.gov/doing it.
Welcome back to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. For some USM campus news. Osceola McCarty's legacy for generosity reaches 1 million milestone. The University of Southern Mississippi Foundation has announced that their scholarship has reached $1 million, just in time for what would have been her 117th birthday on March 7th. This scholarship has grown with the help of approximately 1,400 donors, which goes into McCarty's initial generosity. For some context, Miss McCartney, a humble washerwoman from Hattiesburg, donated $150,000, the majority of her life savings, to help students by giving them a scholarship for students at Southern Miss. University President Dr. Joe Paul had this to say: "The generosity of Osceola's McCarty's embodies the true spirit of Southern Miss grit. She gave all she had with the belief that education could transform lives. And today, we are honored to see her dream fully realized. This milestone is not just about numbers. It is about the countless students whose futures have been and will be shaped by her incredible gift." In Hattiesburg news, Laurel to apply for grant for walking trail, renews AmeriCorps program. The city of Laurel is continuing their search for funding for several projects. One of these projects is adding a walking trail to Ward 4. The city is applying for a $120,000 grant from the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks. Laurel Mayor Johnny McGee had this to say: "So we're allowing for a grant from Wildlife and Fisheries to be able to start with the walking trail in Ward 4 at Nora Davis School on property that we have been donated to use by the school district in order to build the park. It'll give children in that area more access to more recreation." In Mississippi news, UMMC employee attacked, threatened in parking lot as she left work. A woman was assaulted and threatened in the stadium parking lot of the University of Mississippi Medical Center as she left work. The victim said this about the experience: "He asked for my money, so I verbally and physically offered him my purse, but he ignored me and he threw me to the ground and kept beating me." The victim was punched, choked, and thrown to the ground, all under the threat of being shot. After some time, a stranger drove by helping the woman. UMMC had this to say about the event: "We take seriously the safety of everyone on our campus, and we will continue to work with our partners, including Capitol Police and other law enforcement, to uphold this commitment." In national news, man accidentally grazed by bullet after dog gets paw stuck in gun trigger, police say. You heard that correctly. A man was injured while lying on his bed with his friend when something unexpected happened. His dog jumped onto the bed and his paw got stuck on the trigger guard before eventually the gun fired from the bullet, grazing his left thigh. However, this story might not be as clear as it seems. The shell casings were found in the front room floor, and the victim's friend left with the weapon. We'll be right back with sports and weather after a word from our sponsors.
Since 1927, the Student Prince has been a direct conduit to USM students. Get your share of the more than $600 million USM brings into South Mississippi by advertising your business or service in the Student Prince. To find out more about how to advertise in the Student Prince, email sm2sales@usm.edu.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. And now a speech.
I just want to say that friendship is about heart and brain. Who's with me?
Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. For some sports, men's tennis stumbles against number 64 LSU. Unfortunately, Southern Miss lost to number 64 LSU in a 7-0 match on Sunday afternoon at the LSU Tennis Complex. Although the Golden Eagles fought well in several single matches, they couldn't finalize those wins against the nationally ranked Tigers. Next time, Eagles. 3-run 7th lifts Southern Miss to 7-4 series victory Sunday over UNCW. Number 20 Southern Miss gathered 4 consecutive hits to explode for 3 runs for a 7-4 series victory over UNCW Sunday afternoon at Pete Taylor Park, Hill Denson Field. Let's go, Eagles. Beach volleyball finishes off Vanguard to end West Coast road trip. Southern Miss Beach Volleyball closes its 2-day 4-match trip to California with a win over Vanguard. Southern Miss finished the match 3-4 against some of the nation's best competition. Let's go, Eagles. To keep up with all the Golden Eagle sports activities, head on over to southernmiss.com. Now on for your weather. It's looking pretty nice and sunny today, with it currently being 72 degrees. We're going to have our highs in the upper 70s, and our lows in the mid 40s. Our precipitation is 0%, our humidity is 29%, and our wind is at 6 miles per hour. Up next, we have Dr. Francis Carnes reflecting on support from Mississippi Association for Gifted Children. Check it out.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. Since 1974, the Mississippi Association for Gifted Children has helped teachers and parents meet the needs of intellectually gifted students. Dr. Francis Carnes reflects on the unwavering support they've received.
The people in Mississippi want to see good things happen for gifted children. I didn't know anyone when we came here. I called around and asked people if they would like to come and meet with me about gifted ed and so on. And from that, we started the Mississippi Association for Gifted Children. And our first conference was held in Meridian in '74. And it was wonderful. People were very interested. As I look back, we really have had a lot of legislative support. We're supposed to be the poorest state in the nation, but the people of Mississippi know that gifted children need to be educated at their ability level, and they stand behind that.
Bill Ellison hosts Voices of Our People World War II, a new podcast from Mississippi Moments, sponsored by the Mississippi Humanities Council. That's Voices of Our People World War II, wherever you get your podcasts.
That was Dr. Francis Carnes. Coming up, we've got some special guests that you don't want to miss.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. Now, please give a warm Golden Eagle welcome to Dani, Snell, and Dr. Fortenberry from Southern Pines. Hey, how are the both of you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
That's absolutely amazing. I'm so glad. So, first and foremost, for anyone who doesn't know you, can you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Dani. I've been in the Heidelberg area about 10 years. I have 4 cats and a dog named Ham Sandwich. And I'm currently serving as the development manager for Southern Pines.
What about you?
I'm Dr. Alicia Fortenberry. I've been in Hattiesburg at Southern Pines since 2012, and as one of the veterinarians, and currently I'm the director for the clinic and the medical director for the shelter.
That's awesome. So, I do understand that you're the development manager for Southern Pines, and can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I actually started out 10 years ago just volunteering, taking pictures of dogs, and I'm now overseeing the marketing, fundraising, outreach, and social media parts of the shelter and the clinic.
Wow, that's amazing. And can you tell us a little bit about your time as a veterinarian?
Yeah, so I started out here as the spay-neuter veterinarian for our clinic, and over time I primarily at this point serve doing low-cost wellness for our community.
Yeah.
So we have 2 locations now, one on Hardy Street that serves doing preventative medicine and wellness services for our community, and then I'm sometimes at our spay-neuter clinic, which is now on 40th Street. We opened about 2 years ago there, and then I spend my afternoons at the shelter helping make sure all the medical care for the shelter animals is taken care of.
That's amazing. Well, thank you both for your service for these animals. So, Southern Pines Animal Shelter, can you tell us about that for anyone who doesn't know?
Yeah, so we've been around since 1952, been around a minute, with a mission of bringing people and pets together.
Yeah.
We do that through a variety of programs, local adoption. We also help a lot with other local shelters bringing their pets in, those pets who have trouble finding placement, and sending them to find homes for our Embark Transport program. We have a thriving foster program for pets who, just need a little time to recoup before they're able, or, little teeny tinies who need to get old enough to be adopted.
Right.
So yeah, we are bringing people and pets together. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's amazing. So, what kind of animals are offered at the animal shelter?
So we have dogs and cats at the animal shelter. That's our organization mission. It's around small animal pets.
Yeah.
So dogs and cats.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have pretty much a variety of ages, breeds, sizes.
Yeah.
And you can see them all at www.southernpinesanimalshelter.org.
Yeah, okay. That's I really love that, and I know that for me personally, I'm looking for a dog or a cat. I'm not sure which one yet. It's a genuine toss-up. So, do you have any animals that are ready to be adopted that you can tell us about?
Yeah, so our longest dog resident is Kimbop.
Kimbop, okay.
She is just a cute little energetic chow mix. She's about a 2 years old, and she's been on our Dog Stay Out program.
Yeah.
And she loves being in play groups. She's been getting along with other dogs. She is just an adorable bundle of energy with the best smile.
All right. I love that. Well, what exactly is Dog Stay Out for anyone who doesn't know?
Yeah.
So Dog Stay Out is like a come hang out with the dogs for the day. You can there's a list of dogs that are available for Dog Stay Out, and you can come to the shelter and you sign them out, and they go spend the afternoon with you. You can go to the park or go have coffee with them.
Yeah.
Let them get a little break from the shelter, have them be out in the community where they can meet the potential adopter, or maybe you might fall in love with them, and give them a little break and some time outside of the shelter.
Right.
And for people who maybe can't have, if you rent and you can't have a pet, it's a good way to have a little bit of time with a pet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great way for the dog to get a little more socialization and just like a break from the kennel.
Absolutely. Well, that's absolutely a beautiful thing, because a lot of I'm always worried about animals that never get to make it out of the kennel. And they always it's always that toss up about going will they, won't they? And it's amazing about all the work that you guys are doing to be able to make sure that these animals have a chance to get a home. And that's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. I understand that in 2023 and 2024, Southern Pines has achieved a life-saving rate of over 97%. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so it is just a wonderful milestone that just reflects our commitment to saving as many pets as possible. The it really takes community to get these pets out and find them positive placement, and we do that through a lot of local adoptions. Like I said, our foster program we rely on members of the community to help us out with that.
Yeah.
And then our transport program that just, we have a pet overpopulation problem here in Mississippi, and we don't have quite enough homes for all the pets who need placement, and so that transfer program lets them go to other states where, there are more homes for those pets.
Absolutely. I know that overall with the overpopulation of pets, I know that we can see it here on the Hattiesburg campus because we have this situation going on with cats.
Yeah, so the cat program, there is a group of trappers on campus that help try and work with that, and they bring the cats from campus to our clinic to be fixed. And so you can see the ones that have been fixed have a little ear tip.
Yeah.
And so if they have a little ear tip, they've been fixed, they've received a rabies vaccine, the staff and a couple of volunteers on campus know about them and have been caring for them. And if they don't have a trap, you usually can reach out to the campus trappers to get some help with that.
Okay.
We are committed, and the community cat group on campus is committed to making sure those cats are healthy and fixed so they're not reproducing.
Right.
And so that's a way you can get involved both with our clinic or here on campus. There is a group, and I am drawing a blank on their name, but there is a group on campus that does that.
Okay, that's absolutely amazing that you guys are involved with that. I didn't know that. And I'm sure that many of our listeners are listening and going oh, I didn't know that these animals are actually had this opportunity to be fixed and to have a fighting chance and being able to. That's absolutely.
So if you look closely, they'll all have a little ear tip.
Yeah.
One ear is a little shorter than the others. It indicates they've been through that program.
That's absolutely amazing. Well, I also understand that the Southern Pines operates a healthy pet clinic for the community. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we have two locations, one on Hardy Street, it's 1304 Hardy Street, and we do low-cost vaccines.
Yeah.
We do preventative medicine. We'll deal with skin and ear problems. We are in the middle of a couple of drug trials to help test some new medications. And those programs are really cool because they provide all of the medical care for the patients that need those services. And so we have a number of programs for patients who have long-term skin issues, which is pretty common in this area. Environmental allergies in southern Mississippi is just a regular problem.
Right.
And then on 40th, we have our spay and neuter clinic. Our Midtown clinic, it does high-volume spay and neuter. So we do community cat surgery there, including those from this campus, and then public and shelter surgeries there to try and reduce the population of animals in our shelter by reducing reproduction.
Right, absolutely. So, does this clinic ever run any specials for their services?
We do. We're currently running a couple of specials. We are offering $25 surgery, spay and neuter surgery for cats through some additional funding help through Bissell Pet Foundation.
Yeah.
We offer Petco Love is providing free FERCP and Parvo distemper vaccines, which are our basic annual vaccines for dogs and cats at both clinics. We just announced yesterday that we're offering a $25 male dog special with the help of Bissell and Banfield.
Yeah.
And they, with that combination, it's $25 surgeries. You also get 6 months of flea prevention, a rabies vaccine, and those pets are also eligible for the Petco Love vaccine. So it's a pretty good deal for $25.
Yeah.
And I think that's all of our current specials, but we do have specials come up. Oh, we also introduce community cats for the next 2 weeks will be $20, and so it'll be a little bit cheaper than normal. So
that's
get your
amazing.
pets fixed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now's the time.
Are there any ways for the community to get involved with the shelter and clinic? How can we help? You mentioned earlier about the catch and program that is on campus, but is there any more?
So we have a lot of opportunities. Our Embark transport program needs volunteer drivers sometimes and help getting animals prepped for transport. The Dog Stay Out program that Dani spoke about earlier is a good volunteer opportunity.
Yeah.
There's a foster program, which Dani can probably speak more to.
Yeah, we have events that people can help out. We always need help with events. We have a Team Toe Beans program, so we have cats there who are housed at PetSmart who we need help taking care of. We have, from hosting a donation drive to becoming a monthly donor to shopping or donating to our thrift shop. There's just a lot of ways to get involved. Something for everybody.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. And I know we're running low on time, but is there anything else you want to share with our listeners?
If you're looking to add a furry friend to your family, we'd love to see you at the shelter. We're open every day from 12 to 5 p.m. except for Wednesdays, so come see us. And you can view all the pets online at www.southernpinesanimalshelter.org.
Right.
They're updated several times a day with pictures and all their information. And if your pet needs to be spayed or neutered, or if you're coming up on your annual checkup, come see us at the clinic.
Awesome. And actually, just one more question, because I know that some people want to adopt dogs or cats, but they might be allergic. Are there any hypoallergenic animals that are available?
So because we don't often have a lot of history on the animals, we may have some available, but our ability to identify and guarantee that is pretty limited.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. And thank you so much, Dr. Fortenberry and Dani Snell, for coming on today and providing a voice for our Eagles. Coming up, we've got Z Gray talking about the rising prices on essential electronics. Check it out.
Rising prices on essential electronics to potential increases in tuition. These new policies could hit students where it hurts, their wallets. On February 1st, 2025, President Donald Trump imposed a 10% tariff on Chinese imports, citing national security concerns and economic competition. Students could still feel the ripple effects of these economic shifts in their daily lives, meaning electronics and textbook price spikes due to the tariffs on Chinese imports. Students may have to pay more for the devices they rely on for their education.
We have, mostly digital devices that we use to do our schoolwork. We work through Canvas or all these different things that require some sort of electronic device, and it's already expensive as it is.
Colleges that depend on imported equipment for research labs and classrooms may experience rising operational costs as well, which could trickle down into tuition fees for students.
Especially with my major, I'm a graphic design major, so literally everything is money. A lot of people say, and they don't tell you, but you got to buy your way into this major. And you have to, of course, it relies on passion, but specifically with this major, you need the electronics, you need the paper, you need the ink, you need everything.
It's also important to note, budget-friendly retailers like Shein and Temu could face higher costs due to changes in trade rules. That means fewer discounts and higher prices on clothing, dorm essentials, and accessories. Z Gary, SMTV.
Thanks for listening to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. Huge thanks to Seb Hodges, our audio engineer, and Meadow Smith, our video engineer, for keeping this bird flying. Big shout out to our assistant producer, Sam Romeo, and our program director, Adeline Fields, as well as our executive producer, Ori Ide, and our GM, Dr. Wilbur Martin. Don't forget to follow SM2 Media on social media. I'm your Tuesday, Thursday show host, Skylar Angus Barker. Stay golden, Eagles.